Okay, so in the previous video, we used an inverse trig function to go ahead and set this up, and we went ahead and found angle y first. It doesn't matter which angle you find first, as long as you have the information in the triangle. You could use cosine, sine, it doesn't really matter. And the other thing that I want to identify too, actually we'll wait to get to that, but if you want the angle, then you're going to use the inverse. So don't forget that. Inverse, 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 inverse. So I'm going to find angle y first, because that's what we did in the video. So if I want to find angle y, sine inverse of angle y, doesn't matter where you, technically the inverse should be right there, but I don't care where you write it. But anyway, and that's opposite over adjacent. So the opposite side is 8.5, excuse me, opposite over hypotenuse. The opposite side is 8.5 and the hypotenuse is 16.7. Now we did that on our calculator and we got that the angle y, let me scratch that out because we really don't need this anymore. We found that angle y is equal to 13. We cannot put numbers in the right order today, is 31 degrees. Okay, so angle y is 31 degrees. Now, realistically, you could, we know that this is 31 degrees right here. So you could say, okay, I got 90 plus 31, and then I'm going to take this away from 180. So 90 and 31 is 121. So if I take 180 minus 121, that gives me 59 degrees. So I can do that to get angle x is equal to 59 degrees. That'll work, and that's perfectly fine. And when you can do that, okay? Or let's say I decided to find angle x first. Well, angle x is right here, so that this guy is next to it, right? So this guy is the adjacent side. And this guy is the hypotenuse. So I know that cosine inverse angle x is going to equal 8.5 over 16.7, and that'll give us approximately 59 degrees, and that's what angle x is equal to. And so that's how we can use our inverse functions to find angle measurements. So we use the regular function to find a side, and we use the inverse to find an angle. In order to find an angle, you need the two appropriate sides. Notice we had both the top and the bottom of the fraction. So when that happens, you know you need to use the inverse.